And because of the urgency of the meeting of Sir Capital, I would like to let us have his own. It is on now. It is on now.
Okay. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, very audible, sir.
And
yes, we can hear you, sir.
Yes, the screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
My
Screen is
presentation-
visible. Screen is
Okay.
visible.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. I express my sincere
Yes,
thanks and gratitude to all of you. Yes. So this is the process, entire process. Though it is a big process, part portion I have showing in this presentation today, and it is a big slides and big process. So mainly recycling selected waste for sustainable construction material through the circular economy concept. So this is my motivation. My thought was like that: increasing waste surrounding us, environmental degradation, depletion of natural resources for construction, diminishing food availability because waste is occupied vast area of land, and waste also polluting air, water, soil, everything. Part of the motivation. This is the present scenario. Carrying capacity of the biosphere has overshot by huge margin. That means nature has lost his regenerative capacity. So this is the theoretical graph. It is a tremendous critical situation for us. So recycling can reduce waste and replenish resources, thereby reduce burden on the nature and increase sustainability. So these four thought I was have in my process periods, that sand is natural resources, it's already depleted. Clay using for fire clay brick, which is not environment friendly, and it is also illegal process also because it's reducing the agriculture capacity, reducing crop capacity, reduce land area. At the same time, stone chips also scarcity is there. Land for productive use. Available land for cultivation is sinking due to the disposal of waste. So this is the four things, elements as in the process. The concept generation process, I consider these four elements. Sand mining has restricted in India and other countries also. Use of natural clay for fire clay brick is also being banned. Stone chips quarries are precariously exhausting. Land for productive use, it is reducing. This is the future projections, the how the rate of generation of waste, exponential growth of waste generation, which is very harmful for the earth. The solution needed immediately. My process was actually involved in the mining waste. Globally, 31 billion tons of waste is generated annually from coal mines. Coal mining alone degrades 34,500 hectare land every year. So this is the huge loss for all of us. And reducing sustainability of natural resources. The concept is like that: generation of colossal amount of dangerous waste is an inexhibited part of the mining activity. Mining activity is presently not so sustainable. At the same time, natural source of construction material are fast depleting. Clay bricks deplete fertile topsoil, challenging food security, and are being banned across the world. Construction work is not sustainable unless an alternative source is found. Waste contain heavy metals, that polluting land, soil, water, etc. And it is unsuitable for human also. Using waste to replace natural materials for construction work can sustain these two activities. This is the concept. Using waste to replace natural materials for construction work can sustain these two activities. Global man-made mass exceeded all living biomass. Landmark reached 2020. It is pertinent to aim for a world without trash. The vision for a circular economy where we use resources sparingly and recycle endlessly is inspiring business and environmentalists alike. Circular economy constants, we all know it is a gaining global acceptance. Continuous recycle of the material in the circular economy concept, there is no waste, all is considered wealth. So all our resources, all can be circulate for the application purpose. So this is the concept. This is the common graphical representation of the linear economy and circular economy. Linear economy, we disposing the end-use material. In the circular economy, we could not dispose the end-use material. All are recycled, all are circulate continuously. So linear economy is unsustainable, but circular economy is sustainable because it is a continuous recirculate the resources. Since my project is related to bricks and concrete, so I have presented some negative impact of the burnt clay brick because my production is not the burnt in my brick processing. We are not using any fuel or fossil fuel, so that's what I mentioned. Negative impact of the burnt clay brick, which was there many countries. Clean up burnt clay bricks release over 1070 million tons of carbon dioxide emission into the atmosphere every year, which is 2.7% of the total emissions. Globally, bricks clean burn 30,000 tons of coal per year. Process of burnt clay bricks are heated up to a maturing temperature between 900 to 1200 degrees Celsius. In this process, pollutant released are particulate matter as well as greenhouse gases. So process of burnt clay brick release 0.41 kg of carbon dioxide per bricks. There is a huge amount of carbon dioxide generating every day throughout the globe. Manufacturing of clay bricks causes substantial amount of emissions. Use of waste industrial byproducts is cementitious bricks can reduce the release of greenhouse gases and embodied energy of the brickworks. Bricks from waste material without heating process can reduce massive amount of greenhouse gases. Basis for selection of specific waste. This is the concept and thought why I have selected mining waste to identify solid waste material that are environmentally harmful, available in large quantities, can be recycled in civil engineering applications, can potentially replace depleting natural construction material. Disposal required a lot of land areas. So in this basis, I have selected mining waste because mining waste satisfies all these conditions. Mining waste pollute environment, large quantity available in the country. Can be recycled in the civil engineering application, and it can be potentially replace natural construction material, and disposal require lot of land areas. This is the common things how mining waste pollute our environment by damaging biodiversity, etc., and calamity also. This is the same thing. Waste to wealth, it is a graphical representation in my concept. Problem of mining waste, increasing scarcity of construction materials, creating complementary in two problem to give rise to unique sustainability in both. Process technology to convert waste into brick or concrete or blocks. Now it is the product. Reduction of the waste release land, reduction of dependency on natural resources, natural source of construction material. In view of the above, develop process technology to utilize waste material as much as possible. So this is the mining waste, which I have considered to develop this material. It is the actual image of mining waste. So this is the overburden material, which I have seen in the graphical representation. 20 to 30 meter, it is a overburden material that is actually mining waste. And below that, coal seam is there. Problem with waste, problem of natural resources. Waste causes serious environmental degradation, increasing scarcity of construction material. This is the same thing which I have explained in the last slide. Multidimensional problem, solution, single solution for all problems. So there is a multidimensional problem also exists in the mining waste. So I have developed this technology which can eliminate all the problems. Because mining waste occupied huge land area, that also released if I used all materials, naturally fertile topsoil we're using for burnt clay bricks. In my process, there is no heating process is there, no fertile topsoil is required. It is actually waste material. So this type of things I have considered in my concept, and finally I developed this type of things. This is the original location where the problem was there in the mining waste, with the actual Google Maps. This is the waste, huge amount of waste. Original picture it is. This is the mining waste. This is a stone rocky material available there. This is some presentation of the calamity when dam was failure, waste dam was failure. Some issues of the coal mine waste. Coal mine waste release heavy metal leachate causing serious damage to the ecosystem. Maintenance of the dump is costly. Failure cost facilities. Rainwater washes the waste to far away land, rendering it unfertile. Land rendering it unfertile. The mined and unmined coal of world may entail about 25 million hectares of land for dumping the overburden waste. We have only 14 million hectares of cultivable land. So mine waste occupying vast land area causing land crisis, leading to the food crisis. This is the circular economy concept I have developed in my process. First cleaning the material, then concrete and brick mortar, then construction, then new life of the waste materials, then end of the buildings, then demolition of waste, again the process. This is the circular economy concept. Core driver of the project objective to develop process that are environmental friendly, process that can lead to the consumption of the bulk of the waste materials, partially replenish the precariously depleting natural materials, release the land for agriculture and economic activities, benefit from the projects, reduce dependency of the fossil fuel, reduce emissions, replenish the depletion of natural resources, increase land area, reduce pollution, material circulation, reduce maintenance cost of the waste dump, economic development, social development, job creation. This is the flow chart. First, the problem. Mine soil cause serious environmental problem. Problem 2, conventional source of aggregate depleting, state of the art. Then I have developed the concept. Comprehensive utilization of coal mine overburden. The waste material are segregated into large aggregate, small aggregate, fine aggregate, then silt, then carbonaceous material that I have extracted from the mining waste. This is the total flow chart. How I have experimented in the laboratory. How I have extract this material from the mining waste and finally product. This is the actual pictures. This is the process in the laboratory. This is the product in the laboratory, prototype in the in-house laboratory, and it has tested through the different mechanical and engineering properties as well. This is the product and testing of the product. This is the result of the product. I mean engineering analysis or mechanical analysis of the bricks. related to strength and water absorption. This is also result from the concrete. I have developed concrete also from this mining waste. This is the grading of concrete and strength we have achieved, and it is also satisfied the Indian standard code and all other standard code of civil engineering. So product is similar to the natural conventional materials or natural conventional bricks and conventional bricks and conventional concrete, same as conventional materials. This is also testing results. This is also technical analysis, engineering properties analysis. This is also another testing. It is called fractional testings of the concrete, and we have tested and found that the result is very good, and it is satisfied the Indian standard code, British standard code, American standard code. This is also a results analysis. This is also analysis. This is the brief of the results from the different analysis. Observation from the test. Brick made by coal mine waste can withstand the damaging effect of the varying environment as test result has satisfied the criteria. Mechanical property similar as prior and after the test. No crack, no color change. Weight change absolutely negligible. No change in shape and size. Comprehensive test. Compressive strength similar as prior to after test. Bulk density of the water absorption similar as prior and after the test. Actually, it is an environmental test. It is called accelerated weathering test. How this material react with the external environment. So that is actually good result we achieved. This is comparison of the product through the different, comparison of the product with Indian standard code. So all engineering and mechanical properties that satisfied the code. So our result of the test is very good, and it is as like as traditional construction material, traditional concrete and traditional bricks, which is mentioned in the Indian standard code. Costing also 36% less from the traditional conventional concrete. So that one cost estimate we have examined over here. This is also rate of the brick with comparison of the brick which is available in the market. This is the product at a factory level. This is the demonstrated process and the factory. So novelty of our works, waste to wealth mainly, low carbon footprint, because burned clay brick needs huge amount of fossil fuel, produce emission, whereas this technology, our technology processing bricks by coal process, no heating and sintering is required, so it's eliminate greenhouse gases. Low cost, high compressive strength, scalable business model. Building constructed using waste material are classified as a green. Release vast area of land for agriculture and commercial activities. Create job opportunities for local and displaced peoples. Replenish scarce resources for aggregates. But one limitation is there. Manufacturing brick using mining waste is possible only in the vicinity of the mine area. It is better if the factory is established near the mining waste. Conclusions. The process developed can be lead to the comprehensive consumption of coal mine overburden waste. All the product meet their respective Indian standard code. The cost of the brick are lower compared to the comparable standard bricks. Entrepreneurs are interested in these technologies. A lot of waste can potentially be recycled and put to use. Some part of the natural resources will be supplemented. A lot of land areas will be released. Adoption of the process would lead converting waste into wealth. Implementation of the technology would squarely fulfill the circular economy philosophy. It is possible to convert mining waste into construction material without compromising quality and cost, a sustainable proposition. The technology can help to consume waste and provide an alternative resources for construction sector. The calamities associated with the waste will cease to exist. The technology will ensure food security by replacing traditional clay bricks, because traditional clay brick consume huge amount of fertile topsoil. The building to be constructed using this technology will qualify as a green buildings. The technology provides innovative entrepreneurial opportunities with unique social perspectives. This is one dialogue. The circular economy is not just planet friendly, it is a $1 trillion market opportunities. Because whole world now only 9% circularity is there. 91% opportunity still is unfolding condition. Thank you so much. Actually, it is a huge amount of concept is there, slide is there. I have shown only part portion and brick also 3-4 part also there. Thank you so much.
Professor, Professor Vishnu, when I first actually received this very
Yes.
presentation, I was so amazed and receiving it now and still mentioning that these are just parts extraction of the work. Yes, of course. If you have been working on this solution for years, definitely, and you have tested it, even scale it up to the level of market adopted by the government in India and some other industry. I think it is open to the world. And this is a fantastic and also a worthy something that everybody must celebrate it. Thank you so much, Prof. Because of our time, we have our time counting down to proceed to, yes, another wonderful solution presentation from Singapore, Mr. Bashkaran. Yes.
Can I share the screen?
Yes, we can hear you. You can share your screen, yeah.
Slides are visible?
Very visible, sir. Very visible.
That's fine. Okay. I'll try to keep it as short as possible. Even I need to leave for I'll go out. Yeah. So climate change and global warming is impacting life, humanity, and planet Earth. There's a lack of awareness and actions to be taken. Our Earth is facing challenges. It's a humanity initiated, created problem. So we should, take action to correct it. I will not go through, all those what's in the slide, right? So today's topic, taking responsibility and making a meaningful impact on a community and in the society at large. How can we do this, right? We should develop a sustainability consciousness. Today, nobody has got a consciousness, on focusing on sustainability. Businesses alone cannot fully solve the environmental challenges. We should collaborate with the educational institutions, businesses, NGOs, and government. We should collectively participate and then take actions to create awareness and green literacy. There should be also an active engagement from stakeholders, be it student or an employee or from the community, right? With this, view, we actually created 3 mobile apps. One for empowerment, where it will empower an individual to manage yourself, finance, sustainability, family tree, employment, student life, documents, and all those things. The second app we created was called Planet Sustain, where any individual, government, business, or SME or student can track and manage their carbon footprint. The third app is called Preventive Health for Invo Health Plus, where an individual can store all the health data, documentation, and then share it with the doctor as when it's required. All the 3 apps will work without internet and Wi-Fi, right? So all life forms, except for humanity, practice sustainability, responsible consumption, and this is the root cause for global warming and climate change. There's because sustainability has got very few takers. They're not bothered or they're not aware of it because there's a lack of awareness, lack of follow-up mechanism. Because we come and talk, in seminars, webinars, all those things. But after this, we don't really focus what actions we can take, how to track it, how to manage it, how to reduce consumption. As I said, we're still talking, and then there's a lack of, any app-based solution to track, manage, to reduce the consumption, right? So climate action challenges involve, creating awareness and responsible consumption, enabling sustainable practices through behavioral changes if it's an individual, or systemic and design changes if it's a government business related. The only solution to save planet Earth is to embark on actionable sustainability instead of just talking, we should act on it. So this could be in terms of creating awareness, stakeholder engagement, and tracking carbon footprint, be it scope 1, scope 2, and scope 3. So the Planet Sustain app, basically focus on plan for the people, for the planet. We partner for a purpose with an actionable sustainability. Planet Sustain app was selected by Singapore Ministry of Environment and Sustainability for part of the Go Green SG campaign last year. We'll also be we'll also be part of the Go Green SG campaign, which will be again happening in July 2024. This was inaugurated by Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Environment, Grace Fu. We also won the Singapore Environmental Achievement Award, Green Innovation Merit winner. We were the only IT company or solution company who won the award. All others were either big corporations implementing sustainability as part of their business processes, right? And I'm also part of the Asia Pac Sustainability Advisory Council, which has got companies like Hewlett Packard, KPMG, Intel, Nissan Motors, Schneider Electric, CSIRO, which is a large supercomputing facility, things like that. Right? So let me just start on Planet Sustain app. It is the world's first simple, easy to use app-based solution to take action to mitigate climate change induced impacts and to meet net zero targets. This can be used to create awareness and also to embark on green literacy. Right? It's a simple and easy carbon footprint tracking solution. Business can use it. Universities, colleges can use it. It's not an ESG reporting software. You can engage stakeholders like employees and students. We use EMS standards for Singapore, and we for some emission factors we use GHG protocols. It's highly PDPA compliant. When an individual using the app, the data will be stored only on the mobile phone. It doesn't move out of the mobile phone, right? So quickly, this is highly compliant with PDPA and GDPR, user email IDs, which is collected for registration purpose, gets deleted upon the user's first time login to the app. It works offline without internet and Wi-Fi. We also collect, if it's a business is involved, then they want to track all the data to generate a monthly report. And that's the scenario where the data moved from the app to the server. We also, when we developed the app, we also adopted sustainable IT, green code, so that our infrastructure, doesn't consume too much of energy and other resources. We don't monetize user data at all. Right? So the way the app works, you submit, the consumption data, view monthly carbon footprint, adopt sustainable practices, exercise social responsibility, realize cost savings, save life and planet Earth. This can be used by corporates and SMEs, employees and individuals, youth and students. So let me skip this. So the way the app works, let's say this is the only UI you will see. Let's say I want to understand by consuming electricity because I'm using electricity at home, what will be my carbon emission, So all that I go to do is click on electricity. You will have, what are the energy sources? Is it from solar energy, electric supply? In Singapore, we use because our electric supply is from natural gas, we'll have one more element like that. Let's say, the common electric supply is from the state government or central government, it's electric supply, right? I just click on electric supply or solar energy. You will see what is the, unit of measurement kilowatt hour, what is the per kilowatt hour, what is the carbon emission factor. In Singapore, we use 0.4057. All that you go to select a month and then enter the unit, how much you consume. So you select the month and then you enter the unit. You know what is the carbon emission for consuming, let's say, 250 kilowatt hour. The carbon emission is 101 kg CO2e. And then you can look at month on month what is the consumption. The data entry and then viewing the data is similar when you take transport. Let's say you're driving a car using petrol or diesel, or you're taking public transport like train or bus and all, or you consume water, paper, recycled, and then plastic, again, plastic bags and PET bottles, travel smoking. The data, the user and data is very same. You just select energy fuel type, you select a month, you enter the consumption, and then you try to see. Similarly, you can also do, like when you donate books and clothes, you also can do carbon offset, planting trees with geotagging, or let's say based on the age of the plant, you can estimate what is the carbon offset. It's useful for individuals and NGOs to do this activity. Recycling paper, again, you can do carbon offset. Some of them could be academic in purpose, unless you're able to find the carbon exchange to trade your carbon credits. After you enter all the data, you'll be able to see all the dashboard in terms of what you consumed, how much you have consumed, and what is the carbon footprint in terms of kg CO2, and what is the carbon offset. You'll also, let's say, to gamify the entire activity for engaging employees or students, we can also list the top, 20 people who are consuming less, doing more offset, so that they become net, positive rather than net negative. We can also generate a leadership dashboard, right? So we can also collect data from businesses, from different branch offices, and collect the data from, like different employees or, suppliers, scope 1, scope 3, and we can generate a monthly carbon footprint. A report goes like this, like by month, by, energy type, by fuel type, by location, by membership ID. This can be used, and, we can also launch pilot programs for schools and colleges to engage the students to create awareness. We can also work with SMEs, corporates, and, businesses. We can engage stakeholders. We can also work with, for scope 3 collections, for collecting data from supply chain or from suppliers, right? So the end use, for school students, NGOs, volunteers, government, business employees, federation members, users and community. As part of services, we provide green literacy, create awareness. And, thank you, and that's my time, 10 minutes. Thank you.
Wow, wonderful.
Yeah, so the object, as I mentioned, how do we can roll it out, launch this for entire world without getting into too much of integration activity? So let's say, as I was mentioning, let's say you're running a business, it has got branch offices, it's got employees working at different locations. Employees can use the app to, to enter what they're consuming. Maybe they're traveling to work, they consume electricity at home, or they're working from home remotely. They can enter. It's a simple data entry. Select a month, select energy type, fuel type, your carbon footprint data is there. It also protects, let's say as a individual, you do not want your data to be shared anywhere. You can, as I said, the app will work without internet and Wi-Fi. You can store the data, you can look at the dashboard, all the data is available. This is for you to understand what you're consuming, take action, be a responsible consumer, reduce consumption, and contribute to sustainability, right? We can implement for businesses, we can implement for SMEs, we can engage a college or a university to create awareness among students, businesses to create awareness among because there's everybody talks about sustainability. We want to do this, we want to do this. But when you want to do it at a large scale, resources, infrastructure, capital is required, right? We are trying to touch on all those. If you give me an option tomorrow, let's say you want to launch it for the entire Nigeria country, I can launch this app in 2 days' time, right? And it will not have any impact on my resources, my data center, because the app can work independently. It doesn't require to connect, share the data to any other servers in the world. That's why we got the award from Singapore Environment Council. So I can discuss with, all the participant guests, like whether we want to launch some pilots for your, country or for universities, schools, colleges, employers, or businesses. We can launch it, let them see what's the benefit. The object, as I said, there are a lot of complicated solutions are available, but we want to ensure it's a simple, easy, ensure there is awareness creation. They're able to track, manage, reduce consumption, because that is what is required. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You can connect with me, I think.
Yeah, perfect.
My email ID is available. You can connect with me. We can share more details with you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yes, I think that would be the best ways to go. And I think what Engineer Najim is interested in is actually to integrate this very system into the existing system and make it available worldwide to the people that actually, especially the organization that is actually having interest in a carbon footprint for their policy making and also business development. So thank you so much for that. And let's take the wrap up and also responses from Professor Dr. Bishnu. Professor Dr. Bishnu? Oh, yes.
He's on mute. I think he needs to unmute himself.
Okay, Professor Dr. Bishnu.
He's unmuted now.
All right. Yes.
My video is not working properly.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, sir.
Hello?
We can hear you.
We can hear you now.
Am I audible to now?
Yes, please.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Yes, I express my sincere thanks and gratitude to all respected speakers. They have explored the valuable input, which actually, for the betterment of our society, betterment of the environment, and leading to this achieve sustainable development goal. And Kapil sir, Bhaskaran sir, Najim sir, they have discussed many important things. They have invented or they have explored their field, developed their initiative passion. So it is a very fruitful propositions which leading to achieving the sustainable development goal. Not only that, it is directly linked with the societal development, economic development, and environmental benefit as well. So I congratulate all respected speakers and scholar. It's a very fruitful presentation and program both. So thank you so much.
Thank you. We have less than 3 minutes to go on this very link now. We are going to come back with the same link that we used to join. Let us remember. Yes, let me take Miss Naomi from Uganda. Your opening remark.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Doctor, for calling me for this call. It's been so great and so marvelous. I do appreciate for this initiation for that you have done for us. May God bless you. So thank you very much to look for the future. Yes. So I want to share with you about what we can do for our future. Yes, you know very well that the community is full of people who have the common goals, the common interests, and this community is not very sure, as the previous speaker has said, that we cannot be very sure of tomorrow, and we are the people who can save our tomorrow. We are the same people who can save our future, because the future is at the stake. When you look at the things that are being done now currently, we are only spoiling other than rebuilding. So our communities are not okay, and something has to be done. And the engine that can do this are we researchers. So what have we done for the future when we look at ourselves? Myself, I've engaged, I'm a lecturer at Ndeje University. I part-time at Victoria University and in Kuba University, and I would want to appreciate Ronald Chicho, Semogerero, and Ross for joining. So, may I invest much in passing knowledge. I always tell the young ones that you people, whatever we are.
Mrs. Naomi.
Thank you.
I think, yes, he's off. So I think, yes, we have taken all our presentations. So let us open the floor to the participants for their comments and remarks and also questions. Yes.
Yes, doctor, I was on. Hello.
Hello, yeah.
Hello, doctor. Naomi.
Okay, this is Naomi. Sorry. Yes, please. Your presentation, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to be very brief. Thank you very much for this opportunity given to me.
Right.
Yes, from Uganda, and we had a challenge of researchers. Some of our researchers has been left there without being utilized. And for us, as one of the group, it's called NEMLA, Network for Education and Disciplinary Research in Africa. We have established a research and innovation academy to coordinate the researchers and their products for the national development policies. Now, the proposed solutions include the establishment of dedicated institutions and academies to coordinate research and innovation activities at the national level. So we want to utilize the researchers of students. Students, they do their researches, but they are kept anywhere, so they are not utilized. So this academy of ours is going to look into this, looking at Uganda, Africa, and the globe, so that these researchers really, they have an impact. Then we want to foster collaborations among researchers, institutions, and also we need industries to participate in this so that they can tell us what is lacking, which will guide our students and the nations at large. Then another solution is to ensure adequate funding and resources for research or for all the researches and innovations of the students, because some of the researches are not funded, yet the fundings are there. So this academy is going to help researchers on how to get the funding so that they are not demotivated. Then another solution is to create a state of research infrastructures, facilities such as laboratories, data centers, and innovation hubs, which are lacking now, like us in Uganda. We have friends who have traveled to Nigeria, some are our neighbors here in Kenya. They have a lot in research, but when you come to some countries, you find that we are lacking a lot of things, and this academy is going to do a very great thing. Then the next is to support these research services and guide students and other scholars on the researches that have an impact and have an interest, especially rotating around the sustainable development goals. So most of the students, they don't know these things. So this academy, we are encouraging our students to look at the global goals other than looking at it or duplicating already researches. Then we can also implement a robust system for monitoring and evaluating the impact of our researches and innovations. We need to see the researches that have been carried, how far have they gone? We need a system that can help all these things out. So because I have been interrupted and I have penetrated into other people's time, I only wanted to tell you about this academy. And this, by the way, this platform has helped us very much, and we are moving on very well. Thank you very much, Doctor. Thank you for your time. May God bless you.
Thank you so much. The way we are going to be having country by country solutions summits. The way we are going, because all these things you have mentioned deserve a thorough presentation and also thorough address of how to go about it. And we have resources we have resource persons that can actually take it up. A person,
And first of all, I want to appreciate the one that's put together this program. Okay, so it's a very good program, and I think it's a good place to start with the issues of Nigerians as the present economic situation we are today. This is my first time of joining, and well, I've been able to pick some few information which I believe would help us a great way. But what I actually would like to ask is, well, as individuals with little capacity, let me put it that way, how do we really come into programs like this? How do we come together with the people that are interested in doing programs like this? What's going to be our impact?
yes, noted. Yes, another person. Another person, we take it together. Mr. Jami. Jennifer?
Okay.
Yes.
So far, we really appreciate the speakers from across the world. A lot of innovations, a lot of ways to tackle environmental challenges have been discussed. Honestly, these are things that really deserve a kind of a national attention. Because, for instance, now, like the last speaker said, in a couple of months now, we are going to start having rainy season, which most of these impacts will be felt. But sometimes you have life being lost and all that. So it's really something that will, that's an eye opening for us, and I would like it to be a kind of a national discussion. Though fine, I know that will take some time, but if there is a way we can really push most of these things forward, I believe it's going to address a lot. For instance, now, the solution from Mr. Adeyemi, if I'm right, from UAE, that speaks about monitoring your farm remotely, ability to alert people. You know, one of the major concerns of stakeholders in Nigeria in terms of farming today is the issue of security. I believe these are kind of tools that can really help. Then the other scholars too that spoke about their products in terms of what the value they can add. Imagine where you don't really need the firefighters that are usually dying as a result of trying to save properties. So drones, these are latest technology that I believe can really help a lot. So I just hope we'll have a way of pushing this thing forward to a bigger level. Thank you so much all for your contributions.
Thank you so much. And let me assure you that actually it requires resources to just give this program a voice. If it is one of the, if some of these very extracts are published in daily newspapers and also here on national TV or something, you'll be surprised that people will be amazed with the work we are trying to put together here. And that is the level that we are actually going. And I want to, I will mention some of these things to Sir Kape to discuss with Dr. Manov and also the lives of the people that are having the resources that we can actually leverage upon to actually push this thing forward in Africa and also across the world. And we are actually going there, but we want to actually concretize and also give a shape to this very platform so that we will know what we are here for and where we are focusing. I think that is what we are trying to define. On that, I want to open the closing session to our dear guests to respond to some of these questions and also give their closing remarks of 3 minutes. But before that, I think Engineer Najim has a question. Yes, let's take his question.
Yes, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. So I'm directing my question to Mr. Baskaran. Sorry. I buy so much into those applications, to be honest with you. And where I'm sitting, I'm thinking about how we can put this application into best use. So like I mentioned to you, I'm currently working in the telecommunication realm, and I understand from the infrastructure as a service perspective, where you have some particular company building base station and trying to move from to reduce the carbon footprint. But of course, they're using generator, they're using transformers and all those things. Now, my question is, how can we integrate your application, especially the one that has to do with the carbon footprint tracker? How can we integrate it to such existing environments? Do you propose the use of probably an IoT device? Or what exactly do you use that can fetch us the raw information so you can know exactly how you are improving? For example, in the company where I currently work, there is this audit that happens every year to see how you guys are complying with the carbon footprints and how you've been able to reduce it. So in my opinion, I think this is a very good application that can actually goes into the enterprise scale, such that organizations are able to track their carbon footprints on their own. That's my question.
I think the current objective of the app, the current focus of the app is to create awareness among large population, individuals, students, employees, and also to enable businesses to, to capture the various energy usage or travel transportation from a business operation perspective. It'll be very difficult for, for us to go and do individual integration of IoT devices. I also come from a communication background, right? Let's say, we need to implement this in, capturing data, what is the energy use, what is the area use, what is the machinery use, what is the oil use, things like that. It would be difficult for us to go and, capture this information from an IoT perspective. This will become like a system integration activity for every location, every business, right? And, that requires, working with system integrators. The easiest way, let's say you're running a business, it has got multiple, as the previous, speaker mentioned, irresponsible consumption by everyone, depleting the resources of the earth. There should be a social consciousness, responsible consumption, but there is a lack of awareness. As an individual, you're not knowing what you're consuming. You keep on buying, purchasing, you keep on utilizing things, without consciousness in mind. Because I need to have one more car, I need to have one more shirt, I need to have one more, shoe, things like that, So I'm ready to collaborate with everyone and anyone to create this awareness. We have an app available. We're also going to the industrial version. We're also starting a sustainability maturity assessment academy, online based. I'm ready to collaborate with everyone around the world, and looking forward to working with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. And let's take the closing remark from Engineer Najim Oyeyemi.
Okay, so thanks to everyone. Thank you for having me. And this has been truly an inspiring section. So I will close my remark by addressing a question someone asked, that what is the need for the audience that are not speakers? In my opinion, I think the basic need is actually for you to know that just like any other speaker, just like any other scholar, you can identify problems and do a deep dive analysis to look at what the problem is and come up with sustainable solutions. So I saw this platform for from a guest perspective as an avenue to get the motivation you need to start doing something. There are a lot of problems in the world. And trust me, all the scholars here, they're just doing their part. They cannot identify all the problems. So it is the responsibility of you and I to identify those problems, come together as a group, work individually to provide solutions to it. And it begins with but once you are able to identify, you just have to, so there's these books, I'm very sure that a lot of people have read it, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I will encourage whoever have not seen it to actually read the book. It's written by Stephen Covey or something. Now, I like 3 of those habits. The number 1 is actually being proactive. Being proactive means you discovering what can become a catastrophic in the nearest future, being able to identify it and mitigate those risks before it becomes a problem. Number 2 is beginning with an end in mind. So a lot of people will jump into activities just to fulfill the activities, but the question becomes, what is the objective? What is the primary objective? After you going task by task, step by step, what is it that you need to achieve? So if you have the end in mind, you'll be able to tailor your solution to address that, right? And finally, no matter what we do, it's always good to have a win-win mindset. So I can come with a solution, maybe it doesn't align with you or you don't seem to understand what my solution is all about. You can ask questions, you can collaborate, see how that thing works for me, and you can adapt it to how it will work for you. That is it for me. Thank you very much, everyone. And thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. And yes, Mrs. Naomi, are you there? Yes, general remarks as a guest here from Dr. Rufai. Yes, your mic is on now. Dr. Rufai Akinlabi.
Yeah, thank you very much, SLB. This is a very good platform. And I know you've always been a person with a very passion about youth and sustainable development. Yeah, I've listened to all the speakers. I must commend them for all their insight. Yeah, sustainable development is all about living the environment better than the way we met it. And I've seen our speaker providing a lot of solutions. There are still more solutions. I happen to work in oil and gas industry for some time. And I look at the kind of effluent that is released in that environment, which I think is one of the major contributors to the environmental degradation. And of course, I don't know what solutions are there that we actually mitigate about all this effluent there. I know there is a Kyoto Protocol where there is a law that a reduction of this effluent into the environment should be done at a particular period, which I don't know how that has been able to reduce this effluent. So I think our researchers need to look in that direction too, because when you go to oil exploration field, you see a lot of oil spill, and then you see gas flaring. So we need to think on how we can, because the exploration must continue because it's what is adding value to life too. But all those are effluent. Do they need to reduce it? Do they need to recycle it? Like in the case of gas flaring, we could convert those gases into domestic gases that people can actually use, and it's more friendly to the environment. And of course, when you look at the oil spill into the environment, so what are the control that we can put in place for that? I know there are researches on biological control that we can use to control this too. So I think these are going to be our forward thinking, and I must commend our guests for all the innovations and the research people are doing in that.
Dr. Shahid Adibeshi. all respected guests, all respected speaker, my dear scholar, ladies and gentlemen, I express my sincere thanks and gratitude to all of you, and also it is my pleasure to get an opportunity as a speaker in this SLSP summit to share my views. So I grateful to all of you. Thank you so much. Now I would like to say a few words on scaled up and implement research solution and building a global networking. So regarding research solution, can be scaled up and implement in communities based on collaborative experiences. First of all, research solution always providing a suitable solutions to eliminate an existing problem facing by the society. So identify the problem is an important element of a research roadmap. Outcome of a research is a solution that society needs, but to make it scalable is also another aspect. It also needs innovative design and its entrepreneurial model. It also involves citizen awareness, policy formation, and collaborations. To scale up and implement research solution, we must emphasize on community engagement, community capacity building, dedicated efforts, sharing innovative ideas, policy formation, social awareness, collaboration among relevant networks, and so on. Another important thing is global networking. Global networking is very crucial to developing success. Networking among professionals, mentors, and scholars is significant because it builds worldwide connections. Global network unlock a road of new possibilities and collaborations for professionals, scholars, and individuals across the globe. Global network is also has immense social and economic value because it enables international exchange and value addition in many directions. Some of the best way to build connection at global level are attending summits, joining discussion panel, using social media such as LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram, and visiting renowned event. For the scholar, I could say wishing you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So our Mr. Jami Omotosho, are you there?
He's on mute. He's on mute.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes.
Thank you so much for your great your great contributions to humanity. Like Dr. Said said, the real celebrities are the people that are contributing positively towards the well-being of the entire humanity. I believe this is really a great word, and your effort is really appreciated. And we hope that in no distant future, you are going to also get rewards for all these relentless efforts, because I'm an IT person. I know what it takes to come up with all these solutions. It's really not child's play. So you are appreciated, and we hope anytime we need you, you are going to be available so that we can all have a better society at large. Thank you so much, the participant. Thank you so much, our great scholars in the house. Thank you.
Welcome everybody on this session to this very event today. And I will start by taking the opening remarks from our global guest. After the opening remark, we have delayed the presentation of Saka Field, so he is going to make his presentation proper on the solution. Then we are going to also open up for Mr. Shield to also make his presentation. Then we are going to look at the technical aspect of the collaboration and scaling up from experience of Professor Vishnu Padabosi. Then we are going to open the floor for general interaction on how to take all the solutions further. And at the end of the day, we are going to wrap it up and we decide on what next in March. And that is how we are going to journey on this very event today. So let me welcome Professor Vishnu Padabosi for the opening remark of this very session. Thank you, sir. Professor Vishnu? Professor Bishnu, are you there? Professor Bishnu. Okay, while we are waiting for him to come up, I think it was a technical issue. I will straight go to Sakapi to give us the opening remark. Then we will see if Professor Bishnu can join us before he finishes his opening remark. Sakapi, sir.
Yes, good day to everybody. It's nice to be back on this current edition of the program that you started on your platform. And I'm happy that we are taking this initiative forward to bringing about solutions for an environmental perspective. And I can see that there are some new people who've joined in this time. So welcome to them. And later I look forward to giving my presentation on the drones, which I have forwarded to you, Dr. Adebisi. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're on mute, Dr. Adebisi. You're on mute.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And let me take a opening remark from Mr. Shehu Adeyeye as well. Yeah, Mr. Shehu.
Hello, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Dr. Adebisi.
Good morning.
Sir Kapi, good morning. I want to sincerely thank Sir Kapi and Professor that have been sharing their solution to the humanity and to this motherhood. I was delighted to be part of last meeting, and I spoke with Doctor to see how we can collaborate and bring about the solutions the global people are providing to our Nigeria society and Nigeria market. Thank you. We look forward to an insightful presentation from Doctor and Professor. Thank you, good morning, Doctor.
Thank you so much. And that is the reason why we say that it is all-inclusive platform that we have here. And I think we have Professor Badabose now. Prof, are you set now?
Actually, my network is getting problem. Just 1 or 2 minutes.
All right. Thank you.
Huge problem is here. That's what I'm not able to connect.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. So while we are seeing the of the network of a prof, let's go to the presentation of Sir Kapi on drone technology. So, sir, we can have your presentation now, sir.
You are talking about my presentation, Dr. Adebisi?
Okay, I should share your presentation.
Yeah, actually, you'll need to share it because I'm blocked from
Okay, let me
sending any file on the.
Let me allow you to share so that you can move at your.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can move at your pace. Is it coming up, sir? Okay, fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can everybody see?
Yes, we can see now.
Okay. I basically am making this presentation to it's a kind of a vision statement and a perspective as to what drones can actually do for mankind, and what is the importance of drones as a disruptive power. So, in defense of Mother Nature, man has to be protected against himself, since man is his own greatest enemy. Essentially, we are actually, with our lifestyles, our activities, the way we are going about, we are destroying nature, and by that, we are our own enemy, because nature is what is sustaining us. So it's a question of time that more pandemics will take place, more disasters will take place, and Mother Nature is far more powerful than us and any civilization. So with that in mind, the reason why drones is a natural corollary to any kind of transportation is that innately man always has a desire to go faster, higher, further. And man is innately exploratory, man is adventurous, and therefore, from horses to horsepower, we will transit to what I call a culmination of all three, which is horses, horsepower, and thrust power, which is flight, into Pegasus. And by this, by incoming of drones on this planet, you will have safer transportation and non-polluting transportation and disruptive kind of transportation, in the same way like what cell phones has done to the telecommunication industry. So I will just try and, okay, I'm not able to open the YouTube. So essentially, cell phone industry, we know as to what it has done in terms of the huge impact in communication, information, entertainment, recording, whatever. It's on your palm now, and we all know that landlines are extremely expensive, very, very cumbersome, and involving a huge amount of infrastructure to do something very basic. So in the same way, why I say this is, and the disruptive power is that transportation, communication is extremely important. But the way we are doing it is in a polluting way. Now, the importance of transportation to an economy and to the world is the same as what veins and arteries and capillaries are in taking blood flow and red blood corpuscles in the body and carrying energy, carrying nutrition, carrying oxygen. And when they exit from the body, it exits by taking away all the toxins and waste from our body. But wheeled vehicles, which are driven by crude oil, do not do that. They do take definitely people, goods, services, etc. into the economy, but it pollutes at the same time. So the very first act and thought of making a road is pollution. It's costing pollution. Whereas drones will disrupt that and stop the pollution, and it will make logistics far more efficient and cost effective. And also, the drones are being made and will be made by materials that are not polluting and not from, let's say, commodities, which is actually taking out from the earth itself. Right. At the moment, the drone industry is in what I would call like a bazaar buzz. And it is, if you see a drone and people are looking at drones, they're looking at it from an attitude of a child looking at a toy, something flying in the sky that fascinates you and makes you very querulous as to what it is, what it really does. And what we know right now is that drones are taking photographs or they are doing surveillance, but it is very curious. It's very querulous. It's just a fascination. And the way we are going about it at this point of time is throwing caution to the wind. Because actually drones, when it evolves into an industry, will be like aviation. So safety is very, very important when it comes to drones. That safety factor is not really being looked at very seriously in terms of the smaller drones that are going about today. That has to be kept in mind. Now, when you have capital, where do you put your capital? In a bank account right now? So when you put money in a bank account, now this is, I'm giving you why investing in drones is good business. After all, ultimately, it's about economics. It's about, to an extent, profitability as one of the key elements of any business. So why should I put money into drones business? If you put money in the bank account, anyone puts money into a bank, we don't know who the banker lends that money to, which company, which person, what are they doing with that money? All right. It's like if I invest in a company, I get a balance sheet, I get the whole sales figures, I get everything. But with the bank, I get nothing. I have no idea what they're doing with my money. Right. So profit can never really be guaranteed, but the end use of the money, if invested wisely, gives you the best chance of profit. Drones as a business is ahead of the curve. The product, the technology is ahead of the curve. That is what is essential when you're looking at investing and putting your capital into any business. Profit is a given byproduct of a commitment. Once again, of a committed goal with the essence of universal truth. Given a sound strategy based on facts and vision, which has a pragmatic approach, led experience, knowledgeable and respected, well-networked professionals, which is basically, if you've got the right people on board, you've got the government on board, and you've got society, which is backing it, then something like drones is definitely a viable business. This slide gives, I had made this investment slide on making a drone ecosystem in India, but this to any African country, it will need to be tailor-made for that. The idea basically is that drones is not just manufacturing drones. Drones is also about basically making an ecosystem which is It is it's creating new employment. It's reskilling people in transportation. And you must understand another thing. When it comes to heavy logistics load of 1 tonners, 1.5 tonners, which is going to happen in the coming years, which we are developing as E3, you will be eliminating not only pollution, you will be lowering the cost of logistics, you'll be speeding up the logistics process, plus the driver who normally is at risk when he's driving a truck anywhere of an accident, and he gets tired, and it is a very tiresome business to be driving a truck as much as they do right now. When he is piloting a drone, he can do it from his residence, he can do it from the transportation office, and he can do a multitasking job by not only piloting drones, any other work also which can be done out there. So it is also safety of the human being as a driver. It lowers the risk of any kind of issues. So that is one. So you need to educate and reskill people to fly drones. So it involves building up drone training academies, and by making people aware about what exactly is the drone business about. I hope I can get this video working. Unfortunately, there's a video clip out here. Maybe I can share that later after someone else. It's not coming on out here right now. But finally, what I need to say is, Mother Nature, you must invest in nurturing her, and she will make it worth your while. And my formula of E3 is equal to 3 C's. It's enabled by 3 C's, and it results in 1 W, which basically means E3 is, if you can see my logo on top, that is, you need to look after 3 E's, which is energy, ecology, and environment. You got to look after that. How do you do it? By conserving or taking care, as I've also said earlier is crude oil, conserving crude oil or controlling the use of crude oil. 2, by eliminating or lowering wasteful consumption. Our consumeristic society today is extremely wasteful. An example is, I still wear my wedding suits. I still wear my clothes, which are 10, 15, 20 years old. I darn my clothes. I wear my shoes, which are 15, 20 years old. I look after them. And I can even prove it by showing the photographs of my suits and my clothing way back in 1985 and what it is today. Now, we all know that cotton fiber, growth of cotton, is the biggest cause of your droughts in the planet. So we need to conserve. And last in the 3 C's is circumstantial corruption. Corruption is prevalent in the planet. It is but natural because of circumstances. I won't expand too much in it. I'll just say that people are into crisis not because they want to, but because they have a survival. And that's a route that they've had to take for some reason. But if you give them an opportunity to come back into the mainstream and live a more viable life, they will do it. So you must have a humanitarian aspect and view about, which is very important, that when you are meeting anybody in this world, irrespective of who that person is, there is no good or bad. Circumstances make a person good or bad. It's a perspective that makes the person good or bad. If you're living in one country and your enemy is in another country, then you're an enemy to that country. But if you're living in the other country, then you're a friend. All right. So you can be, to one country, you can be a terrorist, and to another country, you can be a friend and an enabler. You can be whatever. So it's a perspective. You go to the forest, right? You have all kinds of wild animals. You have snakes, you have scorpions. Now, are snakes and scorpions good or bad? As per man's own jaundiced view, we think that scorpions and snakes are bad. No, they're good. They're living in their own ecosystem. We are the bad ones who are getting into the ecosystem and thinking they are bad. No, you have to adapt yourself and you have to respect that life form in the environment that that life form is. Same way, you have to respect all members of society, good or bad. They may or may not be bad as people, may be bad as a certain occupation. It's very important because when you are tolerating and you got empathy, human empathy for everything around you in the environment, you'll automatically enable people to become better and more useful citizens and less disruptive of nature. All this will result in elimination of 1W. 1W is what? Waste of all kinds. Waste is the biggest criminal thing that we are doing in this planet today. Waste of water, waste of time, waste of clothing, waste of food, consumerism waste, plastic waste, crude oil waste. So drones is something that will be an enabler of, and let's say, the elimination of waste. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. We really enjoy your presentation, and a lot of things have emerged from it. Let's quickly take.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, you are very audible.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Today, I would like to share, for the interest of some of us that may be interested in going to entrepreneurship as a career. For some of us, we at the time had options of choosing between business and career, being self-employed and career. So we feel by going to self-employment, we'll be able to add more other people on the idea we believe are good for the society and the future of our border art. My presentation today will be on embarking on a successful business journey, a guide for entrepreneurs. Introduction. A business is a repeatable process that makes money. Everything else is a hobby. Like I used to address Dr. Said that he has great passion for society to grow. Some of those gestures might be his hobby because the scholars and learning platform as of today is not a profitable organization that we are making money from. So some of us derive passion in helping the society. So, but if you are coming to business, your sole aim of coming to business is to look for what problem you can solve for the society. Like if you are into buying and selling, if you have made a purchase, you've helped the seller. And if you have made a sales, you've helped the buyer to solve some of their needs and their wants. So by venturing into entrepreneurship, in one way or the other, you are adding value to the society. If you have a research work that has been made available, commercializing such work is an encouragement to the designer. And that's why we are seeing this collaborative effort as what will benefit the society in general. So I have about 12 slides, which I would like to share with you, and they're very short. So these are the table of content. To understand the entrepreneurial landscape, The first thing you must do is to create something of a value and to deliver that value to the society. So these all 5 processes, they are just one word, splitted into 5. So create and deliver something of a value that other people want or need at the price they are willing to pay in a way that satisfies the customer's needs and expectations so that the business brings in enough profit to make it worthwhile for the owners to continue operation. So the sole purpose of creating value is to improve on an existing solution we have in the society. Like the Dr. Kapi said, we had a lot of solutions that are currently being used, but we look at the weaknesses of those solutions and think of how we can improve on those solutions. There may be an existing innovation that you wish to improve on. So you have to create an additional value to that existing solution. So, and you must make it cheaper, like flying an aeroplane and flying a drone. You could see that flying a drone operationally will be so cheaper than flying an aeroplane. So at a price they are willing to pay, if you improve on your pricing, you make it a bit with higher value and less cost in a way that satisfies the customer's needs. Meaning that the solution you have brought into society, are people satisfied with it? Is it acceptable? Is it repeatable? And you must also be able to make the value you create to bring in a profit that can make it to remain on the business. So that's the central idea on the entrepreneurial landscape. Identifying your business idea. How to generate and evaluate business idea, understanding market demand and customer needs, leveraging your strengths and expertise to identify a vital business opportunity. Like you need to really leverage on what you know, do further studies on what you know. When you are searching for a business, you can search for a series of ideas, series of options, and you test those options and see which one serves the society the best, in the easiest way, in the most convenient way to get it done. So those are the things you take into consideration when you are searching for idea that can help the society. You need to also have a business planning and strategy. You need to get, like you see, Dr. Kapil gave us a well-detailed presentation on its design now. That's a well-crafted business plan. When you are supposed to be expecting return, what investment do you need to bring in? When the business will get to maturity stage, when will it grow? When can it decline? Like the old landline telephone has gotten to its decline stage. So whoever that develops that idea, it has become obsolete. So in our own country, Nigeria, cell phone is what everybody uses now, and people are also improving on that. So you must have a well-crafted planning and strategy. So how long can your product stay valuable? How long can that product be relevant? So you need to also set clear goals and objectives for your business, believing that business will not start thriving in a day. You won't start reaping profit in a day. You must have clear goals and objectives. Where do you project to be now, sooner and later? So that's what business planning and strategy is all about. Building your brand and market presence. You must create a strong brand identity that resonates with target audience. You implement effective marketing strategy to reach engaging customer. You leverage on digital marketing tools and social media platform for brand visibility. Like some of us are not aware that drones can be incorporated into firefighting, logistics, and the rest. But when we were sharing idea on this social media platform, we were able to meet global leaders, successful global leaders like our Prof and Sakapi. So that is the kind of, you bring your idea, sell what you have at hand, bring it to people's visibility, you package your brand in a way that people will give it acceptance. Financial management and funding. You must understand the financial aspect of your business, including budgeting and cash flow management. You need to understand what you are putting into business, when you need what, and what value you need. So if you don't understand that, you can embark on an elephant project that the scope of your financial expectation, even from either loan, investment, if you are not credit worthy and you are embarking like, I want to develop an aeroplane now, I want to go into buying and selling of an aeroplane. So my entire family house may not be able to finance that. Our financial institution might not be rich enough for that. So you need to understand what you need for budget and your cash flow. So you might have a good prospect when you have business you want to do, say you need huge investment, but that business can start turning in revenue soon. So you can leverage on the cash flow, the expected cash flow. Then you make advance, you look for sources of fund, maybe personal financing, you go to loan houses, or you share your idea with investors that can buy into your idea and make some investment. In my business journey, I've had some business inflow that I could not finance. So instead of going into financial houses where loans will be paid, I reached out to some like minds, and they were able to finance the business, and we shared the profit in a satisfying ratio. So I made some profits instead of losing the business or the bottleneck or ASUs that are required to secure funds from financial institutions. So you can leverage on your network of like minds. They invest, you join, you collaborate, and you invest, then you'll be able to carry out the business. So there are a lot of ways you can manage your finances and funding. And you must also be prudent in your finances. Operational efficiency and scalability. Whatever you are doing, you must be willing to improve on it. Take, for instance, Coca-Cola as a product has been on for whatever I know. I don't know when they started operation, and no technology, no innovation has been able to hamper down their business. Nobody has been able to take over their business. What they do is operational efficiency and scalability. They have maintained their standard, and they retained quality products. People that try to emulate them could not outsmart them in the market. So they are still relevant to this. So whatever you are doing, you must be efficient in delivering it. You plan for scalability and growth to meet increasing demand and expand your business footprint. Like, as you are growing, you need to be able to satisfy the market. If you are delivering a good service, you must expand that business to make it available for people. In case Sakapi now, he is expanding the business, his discovery and solution to Africa. When he mentioned Zimbabwe, I asked Doctor, if he's going to Zimbabwe, Nigeria is also a good destination we can leverage on. So that's why we are trying to see how the area where we can collaborate and bring his innovation into the Nigerian market. So that's means of expanding his footprint. Business, building a strong team and company culture. Every startup, we start from one person's idea. When you start, like, there's a difference between a startup and a company. When I first started Sharp Solution, I was all alone with my idea. I was the founder, the manager, the financial director, the driver, the secretary, the everything when I first started. So when there's no much money to count as a startup, you are the financial manager of your resources. So when your finances get bigger, then you will need the help of an accountant to help you out in some of finances work. Where you need to visit are more, you can now engage a driver. When the demand for your quality service goes beyond your location, then you need to expand your branch. So when I started all alone in Abuja before people recognized what we were doing and more professionals were coming on board. So when you are growing, you grow gradually, but make sure you are building a strong team and a company culture. So before you cannot have everybody on board when you are starting, but as you go, make sure the team you are building are strong and you invest in yourself training, then you invest in their own training too and their well-being. That's the essence of entrepreneurship. You cannot have it alone. You cannot eat it alone. You need to collaborate with people. You need to join hands with other professionals to drive your goal. You need to also learn to overcome challenges and embracing failure. We have had a lot of ups and downs in business, gains and pain. That you will not have challenges is a fallacy. You will definitely have issues. You will have failure, but you need to learn from those failures, and you seek support, you seek knowledge, then you'll be able to succumb, or you need to get over the problems you face in such challenges. A lot of challenges will come your way because you can never get ready enough 100%. You definitely have where you learn from. In conclusion, success in business is not just about destination, but also a journey. We should stay focused, we should stay motivated, and never stop learning. We are all here together today to learn one thing or the other from each other. It's a process that we must continue to embrace. We'll take question and answer, should there be, when moderator allow. I will leave you with this short message. You should make something people want. There's nothing more valuable than an unmet need that is just being fixable. If you find something broken that you can fix for a lot of people, you find a gold mine. Thank you for joining us today, and I wish you all the best in your entrepreneurial journey.
Wow. Thank you so much. And that is when we were actually developing this very program, we wanted to focus on scholars, and we remember that, of course, scholars are not the only person that made the society. We have the leaders in different interests and different fields, and this is one of them, Mr. Shiwadeye, doing well in entrepreneurship and business in Nigeria. And to have a business in Abuja, where it is the federal capital territory, it is not a joke. It is not something that is a child play. So we really enjoy your experience, because you presented from experience, actually. So let's go straight question and answer, and also contribution from our participants. Yes, who want to say something about our presentations? Sir Kapil has made a presentation on the drone technology, and many things, many issues, and many solutions has emerged from it. And also, Mr. Shiwadeye has also made a presentation on entrepreneurship journey, and he shared his experience and what he faced, and the readiness to actually collaborate with the drone technology, and also so maybe we have one or two things to say about it. But let me go to Sir Kapil. Sir, I think before Professor Bishno come back, how best, or what are the ways around to actually bring this technology to Africa? What are you looking at, or what are the ideas that you can share with prospective collaborators like Mr. Shield? Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Doctor. Before I answer that, there is a model. There is a business model which I have. It's called basically the drone dome model. The drone dome model essentially means that just like you have aerodromes and where planes are housed and take off and land, you combine a concept of a fire station and an airport, and you bring in these drones, which at the moment we know that we have the drones that carry about 150 kgs, 200 kgs of payload. So you have in a dome about 100 drones just on a standby mode. All right. The cost of these drones, etc., they're still in the formulation stage. The whole model is based on that when you have a disaster, whether it's flood related, fire related, it's not possible for any vehicles to go. These drones will fly out with the cargo, with the supplies, the emergency materials, etc., and drop them into the affected areas and do these sorties. At the same time, like last time I told you, I already have firefighting drones which are already ready. And these are modules. Now, they have been approved by the government of India for adoption in the fire stations in India. The approval has just come in. And each module has 6 drones. And these can actually put out a fire in a multi-story of about 10, 12 stories or 15 stories high. So you don't risk any lives. And you put out the fire by the drones. It lifts the pipe up, which contains the water or any other foam. It'll put out the fire, and then the firefighters can go in and do up the cleaning up operations, etc. At the same time, in the drone domes, when there are no disasters, the government can use it for remote area supplies. All right. I know initially it's going to be expensive. It's going to take a lot of money. It's going to be in a loss basis. But the same thing happened in the cell phone industry. We know how expensive the instruments were. We know how expensive it was to talk on cell phones. But today, about 15 years on, you know as to how cheap it is, right? Now, at that time, you did not have artificial intelligence and you did not have quantum computing. Now, with quantum computing and artificial intelligence, that 1 decade of progress in technology or shrinkage of costs of production can be collapsed down to maybe 1 or 2 years. The perfect example is the making of the vaccines in the pandemic. All right, the same thing will happen here. So the initiative has to come by the government and by funding agencies. Now we can say what is expense. Now, I appreciated what Mr. Sehu said out here in your presentation about profits and the difference being between hobby and a business. Thing which is very essential in today's business environment is very, very critical. What is the cost to the environment? What is the cost in the disasters that we are putting in? You must know that the pandemic which happened, it put the entire global economic processes and profits back by 5 years, minimum 5 years. That's the cost. Now, we think that this is only one-off pandemic. We are wrong. This is just the first pandemic in the current era. We still haven't learned it. A cost of plastic bottle is today hardly in India about the 1 liter bottle is 20 rupees. But if you take the environmental impact of the plastic bottle itself, it may be 200 rupees. So we are harming the planet, harming the environment. So any business that we are doing, we have to build into the cost of the model of the business of how are we attending to our environmental initiatives in the business. If we think that we can make only profits and ignore that, it's not possible. We are fooling ourselves. That's something that we have to be aware of. So in the model which I'm saying, the drone dome will be located close to where disasters happen. We all know generally where earthquakes happen. We all know where and when flash floods can happen or any such things. We all know which are the remote areas, especially in Africa, where making a road is not at all necessary now with the drones that are coming. You're saving a lot of not just money, you're saving the environment itself. So I have this much to say right now on the drone dome. Now that one slide which I could not show you, if I can see if I can put that on right now, it would be nice.
Okay, maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I think we can have the audio of it, but I think the clip is familiar. It can be following the caption. Be following the caption. Yes, I think the clip is very familiar. The clip is very, very familiar.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much, sir. Does Mr. Sheo has a response to what Sir Kapil said before we move to the presentation of Professor Bishnu?
Yes, yes. Thank you, sir.
No, Fatima,
I'm just sharing this slide.
Prof, let Mr. Sheo respond so that we can resolve the issue between. Yes.
let's move on, Doctor. Let's move on now. I'm okay for now.
All right. All right. All right.
Okay. Shall I do now?
Yes, you can proceed now.
Yes, yes, yes. Is it visible to all of you?
Yes, we can see it.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much. So this is one solution that recycling waste thermoplastic for energy efficient construction material bricks. It is through the circular economy concept. Its process has developed, but yet to commercialize. Plastic and plastic waste. There is a major concern worldwide. Global plastic production annually 400 million tons in a year at 2018. Due to the lack of proper management, in most of the cases, the plastic waste is dumped in a biosphere. 9 to 2% directly dumped in the ocean, 79% for landfill purposes, 12% for incinerated, and only 9% recycled. This is the very remarkable things. More than 50% of the plastic produced globally is for single user applications and becomes waste plastic following their initial applications. The world produces around 350 million metric ton of plastic waste each year, and this number is projected to increase to 1 billion metric tons by 2060 if current policies remain the same. If we will not put any effort to mitigate the scenario, then we will be in a problem in future due to the plastic waste. Sir, my sound is clear?
Yeah, it's very clear.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Plastic and plastic waste continue. Plastic being a lightweight, strong, moldable and convenient to manufacture, find, use in myriad product. Consequently, plastic consumption has grown steadily over the last 50 years. The global production of plastic has registered an increasing trend in the recent year, growing at a total 4,396% from 1962 to 2013. 4,396% increases since 1960. So this is the research data that how plastic production is going on in the world, increasing the demand. The waste plastic are the cause for great nuisance. Recycling waste plastic is one of the best solution to get rid from the problems of plastic waste. Problem with the plastic waste: negative effect of the plastic waste on the environment, damaging marine environment, damaging terrestrial environment. So this is the one real data from the research paper that this is found from the whole in the realistic data. So how he has died due to the plastics. Solution to mitigate the issues of plastic waste. This is my cases. I have developed a process technology to use plastic waste thermoplastic for processing bricks that are lightweight, porous, and are of high thermal resistance. Plastic embedded in bricks are not ordinarily likely to release harmful chemicals because of two reasons. First, favorable condition for such release may not be achieved in the context of building. Second, the plastic remain embedded inside the wall that may be further covered with plaster, keeping the chemical safe inside within the wall. So it is relevant to use plastic waste in the building materials. So from this project, this is the key benefits we can achieve: reduce pollution, marine terrestrial, reduce greenhouse gas emission, recycling opportunities also there here, circular economy model, economic value, reduce cost of maintenance of plastic waste volume, entrepreneurial opportunity, scalable business model, mitigate global warming and climate change, global sustainable development. So that process I have followed in the laboratory. First collect the plastic, then different phases is there, and filler material we use fly ash. That is also a waste material. So fly ash and plastic waste and 15% cement. That is actually maybe cause some part of energy consumption, but the rest of all things is a very carbon positive. There is no emissions, no fossil fuels is consumed, nothing is there. It is very environment friendly. So this is the total flow chart, how the process has developed. This is the total in the bottom line, total are testing things, compressive strength, water absorption test, thermal conductivity, morphology analysis. This is the waste plastic grain is managed by the machines. And this is the brick sample we have produced in the laboratory. It is the prototype. This color is actually waste plastic. This is some waste plastic that is blue color was there, or that is gray color. This is the mechanical property of the bricks which we have produced in the laboratory on different proportion, different composition. We have trial basis. We have performed different batches of experiment.
Prof?
This is the strength analysis and mechanical property analysis.
Prof,
Yes,
sir?
yes.
So we are going to rejoin
Yes.
back. Yeah, we are going to rejoin
Yes, yes.
back. We are going to rejoin back.
Yes, yes, yes.
as the
Usage of materials that during the phase of experiment, I have experimented different batch of prototype or models. Accordingly, we'll develop this technology. This is one of the experiment data, how the material is baked 150 degrees Celsius, 100 degrees Celsius, 110 degrees Celsius, 90 degrees Celsius, and we have observed the mechanical property and engineering property. This is actually morphological analysis done by scanning electron microscope. It is actually here showing 1,50,000 magnification. Actually, it is a very small particles. This is the scenario, how the process has developed inside when the sample is baked by 150 degrees Celsius. This is the scenario, very small portion it is. This is the strength we have achieved. Increase the percentage of plastic, strength is reduced. So we have examined which proportion is suitable, that we have decided through this experiment. This is apparent porosity and thermal conductivity. We examined for the different batch of samples. Percentage of plastic waste versus thermal conductivity, that is also a things we have examined. This is actually thermogravimetric analysis, how the material is sustained with the temperature. This is the temperature line. 100, 200, 400, 500, 600, 700. And this is the line weight reducing during the there is the increase of temperature. So this is the one orientation, how these materials act with the temperature. Accordingly, we can decide where this material can be suitable to use. Key benefits from this project: reduce pollutions. I mean plastic pollutions, because plastic pollution is a huge issue, significant issues throughout the globe. Reduce greenhouse gas emission, recycling opportunities is there. Circular economy model, we can apply the circular economy model. Continuous recycle the materials. Economic value, of course, is there. Reduce cost of maintenance of the plastic waste dump. Entrepreneurial opportunities, scalable business model, mitigating global warming and climate change, and improve global sustainable development. So finally, this is the conclusion. The waste plastic impregnated bricks are a high thermal resistance, a features that may add economic value to brick manufacturers, motivating them to establish a necessary logistic for the collection and use of all types of waste thermoplastics. Additionally, this project also presents a model to predict the compressive strength of a brick at varying plastic contents. The study introduced a new stand for research on the sustainable recycling of waste thermoplastic through circular economy concept, leading to replenish the depletion of natural resources and improve sustainable development at the global scale. Thank you so much. This is my presentation. I developed a construction material by using plastic waste.
wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Professor Vishnu. And I think this is another dimension to the ways to work and job opportunities from research that you have also done and tested. Yes, my question, like I have been trying to probe, like I asked Sir Kapil as well, if this very innovation is to be transferred or is to be replicated in other countries like in Africa. What are the processes, what are the best practices that you can suggest that such kind of a stakeholder can put forward or can act upon? Professor. Professor Bishnu? Yes, the question is for you.
Come again, the question?
Yes, how can the stakeholders that are interested in this innovation can collaborate with you to localize this very solution? For example, every day, in fact, when I was walking through distance yesterday, I saw some of these very clusters of places where the huge of plastic have been collected. And I think the majority of people are actually working as collectors. They will collect it from around the communities and drop it at those designated sites. And I could imagine every time I will always see heap of plastics, even on my own university campus. There is a particular hall that the students are actually using regularly. Every day, they must pack loads of heaps of this very plastic out. And I wonder, where are they taking them to? And I believe if this kind of innovation is available within the stakeholder that want to invest in it, how would they go about it?
Mainly in the modern research aspect, I could say that plastic waste mainly using in the construction industry such as road construction, building material processing, etc. is a very prospective area to recycling or utilize the plastic waste, because this plastic is actually harmful material. We cannot recycle at anywhere. It may be create different issues, another pollutions. So before use it as secondary material, we have to examine the things, properties of the particular waste plastic, because different plastic chemical proposition is there. So particular group of plastic, what is the chemical composition, what is the harmful material is there, according to we can choose the application of the waste. So in my cases, I have choose thermoplastic, that is harmful. But when it is embedded in the building material, there is no scope to spread this harmful effect surrounding the environment. So likewise, if you say you says that how you use this waste plastic in your area, that is actually scalable business model. Scalable business model. Different application is available, scope is there, but research group has to determine what type application suitable over there. Accordingly, certain examination and experiment. Accordingly, you have to improve the machineries process also. Then develop the prototype or model or trial experiment. Then it could be possible to commercialize in the market. And another aspect is plastic used can be used as a secondary material, but that is one issue is there. All plastic compositions are not suitable to use as a secondary material because poisonous toxic element also there. So this is the one aspect I could say. But experiment also there. We must go through the experiment. What type of compositions they are particular in the plastic waste or mixed plastic waste. Accordingly, we will decide what type of application is possible to recycle this waste material. Then we can develop or we can make a innovative solutions, how this product can be a suitable value proposition. We can use as a secondary material, or through product we can apply in relevant places. But nowadays it is mainly using construction sectors. Oh, sorry, 1 minute. In the construction sectors and building processing for building material, this is the scope is there.
All right. So
but reduced plastic production is the reduced plastic production would be the major concern. If you can able to reduce the plastic production or production, that is beneficial for the society.
oh, all right. I think it goes beyond just a straightforward solution that anybody can embark upon. It requires experimentation and trials, and also different testing to actually certify the best standard of what is suitable in each environment. That is very, very informative. Yes, Mr. Jamie, you are raising up your hand. You are raising up your hand.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, sir. Prof, sir, I want to ask Professor Bisno. I want to ask, looking at the impact of these plastics, now, do we have alternative solutions around it? I mean, alternative products. Also, aside the plastic, we also look at nylon, the one used for all these sachet water, mostly consumed in Nigeria, for instance. I mean, from your own point of view, sir, in your environment there, do you have better way of packaging all these kind of products that will be, environmental friendly? Thank you so much, sir.
Yes. Packaging technology is developing in underway, but few packaging material which are now on the use on the present time. It is not in all cases it is a suitable materials. It is difficult to recycling or difficult to use as a secondary material. But research is underway how these things we can avoid. How we can develop a compositions or packaging material which we can use as a secondary material or we can recycle without any issues. That is under process now. Many researchers have developed this type of things and it is in the implementation stage. But many packaging material which are using nowadays, it is not so environment friendly, it is harmful for the environment, but there is a few scope to use recycling this material, but research is not in the mature stage. It is underway.
Yeah. I can resonate with what Prof is trying to say. Yes, let's ask the marketer in the community, Mr. Shew. Do you think this very plastic waste, nylon waste, and also the issue of a fast transition to drone technology, do you see it as something that we can get right in a sooner time? What do you think about it?
Thank you, Doctor. My view on the plastics, I think the campaign is on already. Is already banning the use of as a state. I don't know what Ministry of Environment. They wanted to venture into plastic production. I was developing a business model around that before I saw the campaign against the use of single-use plastic bottles. So what I've understood now is it's a gradual process. It's not going to happen soon. Because if other states in Nigeria are able to gradually find means of extincting the use of this material, it will go a long way to eradicate the common use of plastic. Paper pack are being adopted in some parts of Lagos now as a means of packaging food. Like you have paper packs, they use it to pack chicken, chips, and the rest. So the plastic plate is still highly in use, but I believe with time, with more awareness, will gradually people will begin to understand. If you get to the lagoon around Marina, behind my office in Lagos, you will see every day, you see flood bringing this plastic waste to the shores of the river. So and they are beginning to block the drainage system, thereby causing floods and disasters in the society. So that's what prompted Lagos State government to lay ban on the use of single-use fossil material. So I believe very soon in the future, when people start adopting this paper bag, maybe it will be a better alternative to push away the use of this plastic as a means of packaging. I mean, for food we consume. But as for water, I don't know. I don't know if there's any plan sooner in the future that can get rid of the bottled water. I've also bought one this morning, and I don't know how many I will take before the end of today. So it's what is really harmful to our society, and I believe very soon we'll find a way around it. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Frank, how is the situation in Uganda? The plastic and also the nylon polythene bags, what is the situation in Uganda? What can you say about the plastic solutions and plastic pollution and plastic solution? Mr. Frank, you can come up. Let's hear your view from Uganda, because I know it is a worldwide issue. And from what Professor Bishnu said now, it is not a straightforward answer, like the innovation that can solve it all. It has to go through different stages, experimentation, testing, and trying different combinations of how smarter we can take it out of the planet or out of the biosphere. I think that is what Professor Bishnu is trying to say. Though they have been able to arrive at a certain conclusion on his own research in India, but how is it transferable to other environments? We have to know which kind of plastic are we using. We have to know the best way that we can sort them according to different category, and also know which is the best process to actually convert them into some useful secondary materials that he has pointed out. I think it's going to take some time to actually get it right in the other environment. Yes, Mr. Frank, before Professor Bishnu also talk about it, how is the situation in Uganda?
Yes, thank you so much. All right, like how plastics, the reuse of plastics in Uganda is like, for us in Uganda, we get the centers where we collect those old plastics from. From there, they are taken back.
It's a network.
There is a company that takes them and recycle them. Those them are used to make, let me say, those reusable plastics to make it as a pack for, let's say, packing your matoke, packing rice. Those are the things that they are going to use them for. That's it in Uganda. It's how we are going. Thank you so much.
So Uganda has a collector centers and also how they are recycling needs to another useful product. I think that is what I'm saying.
Yes, yes.
Oh, wonderful. So, Prof, yes.
Actually, the plastic waste is a purely damaging biodiversity, ecology, ecosystem, environment, both, all. But that's what scientists are striving to develop: biomaterial, green material, biomimicry like this, which is quickly biodegradable and quickly we can use as a secondary material, and also there is an option to recycling the material. But at the present scenario, plastic is a non-biodegradable material. It's remain there 100 years, 200 years in the earth. So it is creating different problem. That's what scientists now shifting towards biomaterial, green material, biomimicry like this. Green material especially are biomaterials. So packaging and plastic, both they are striving to develop material which is easily biodegradable, easily recyclable, and we can use as a secondary material. So that is the research is underway, but many countries have taken a initiative to develop these projects.
Yeah.
And another way, for the present, as per the present scenario, if we try to overcome the scenario, we try to get rid from the plastic waste nuisance, then there is an option to recycling the plastic waste, recycling this plastic waste in different applications. That is there. That research data is dictating that only 9% plastic is recycling now, because there is a many roadblock is there, barrier. I mean, which type of application is needed, what type of composition is there in the waste plastic, that is the matter of examination, I mean experiment. First we have to see the what composition is there. Anywhere we cannot use because plastic is a toxic material. So that's what, based on the composition, we can choose the level of application or place of application. Accordingly, we can apply the material. That's what only 9% plastic is recycling as on date in the globe. Because immediately we cannot recycling this material because it is a harmful, maybe triple harmful in the environment. So that's what this is the thing. So first of all, to develop the process or develop the recycling technology is the significant things in this aspect. And another aspect, alternate way is develop the biomaterial, green material to replace the plastic materials. That is the solution. But scientists are doing these things, and it is in futures will be it is available in the markets.
All right.
Like Sahu sir has told that paper material like that. Sahu sir has told paper material, paper things, packaging, etc. That is actually biomaterial, green materials. That is required to replace the plastic things, so that we can get it from the plastic waste and problems.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prof. I think that is a kind of a business gap that Mr. Shehu can key into. Prof said that we have available materials that are very, very quick to solve the problem. I think we can search for that. Then you can begin to see how such can be facilitated to Nigerian market. Yes, Mr. Adewumi, can we have your comments or remarks or contribution before we take the final remarks and we close today's session? Mr. Adewumi. We lost. Okay, yeah. Mr. Adewumi, yes.
Hello, Doctor.
Yes, well, welcome. Yeah.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Good day, everyone.
Okay.
I've been keenly listening to all of the presentations, and they are marvelous. I can see and to let you know that this is a very, very good platform for us to improve in our community. So I would want to especially thank you for bringing this together. I really don't have much to say for now. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And also, let's take the final closing remarks from our guest speakers for today. I think Sakapi, maybe he has lost the signal, or maybe he has other engagement. Let's take the final remarks from Professor Vishnu.
Yes, sir. And thanks, Dr. Thanks, sir. Jemu, Adishini, Kakunda, Neva, and all respected guests, respected speaker. and all respected scholars, ladies and gentlemen. It is a very nice presentation the guest has presented today. We have learned many things from the speakers. Sehu sir, Kapil sir, discussions. We have learned many things, and it is a really a sustainable solution is available from this exploration or from the discussions. So if we disseminating all those things, then we come up a good solutions from the society, in the society, because society will have a different issues, different problems exist in the society. So our visions, our motivation can provide the solution to the society in different way. Like Sehu Adia sir has developed a startup, innovative solutions he is providing. Kapil sir also providing a solution in respect to drone, and other speakers also providing a good solution. So with this brainstorming session and disseminating all these valuable suggestions, we can come up with a suitable solution for the society, leading to the sustainable development. So I again express my sincere thanks and gratitude to Dr. Adivasi sir, who has taken great initiatives, and at the same time, esteemed speaker, Sehu sir, Frank, Simagri sir, Jemu sir, Adrian sir, and Kakunda Namu sir, all I express my sincere thanks and gratitude to explore their views, exchange their views. It is a good knowledge platform, and hope we come up with a good solution for the society. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And I want all of us to put our hands together for Professor Bishnu, because for this month of February, he has not missed any of our session. He was there since we started this February, and it's today that we are wrapping up. Thank you so much, sir. And Shehu, let us have your closing remark.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Said. I want to sincerely appreciate you and our esteemed Professor Bishnu and Sakapi. This is a great platform and a great solution to the society that you've brought for us. And I believe I am pledging that I will be a serious participant of this project. We are sharing the same view, and we all together can, time to time, brainstorm on which solutions we can bring for our society. Whatever value we can add while we are here, let's contribute our own quota, and I believe the future will be a good place for our coming generation to live on. I appreciate everybody on this platform, both the participants and the speakers. God bless you all.
Thank you so much. And I will call on Mr. Frank to appreciate our guests for today, and also we can close the session.
All right. Thank you so much, Doctor. I would like to thank Dr. Bishun and Mr. Kapi, Mr. Shehe. Thank you for your time. We really appreciated your time. If you will give us your time, that is good. May God bless you. And another thing, I want to thank Dr. Saheb, Dr. People are appreciating whenever I'm trying to save these videos that we are working on. People are like, wow, this is a real initiative. And they're asking me how to join, and we are in that process. I'm telling them that just be waiting a bit. I will let you know what are the process to join. How will you be able to connect? I don't just make them join. I first take them through the processes. Thank you so much. I really appreciate.
Yes, thank you so much, and I really appreciate you. And we are promising you that we are upscaling, because last month we upscaled to this level. We are upscaling to another level in the month of March, and also we are going to be in contact. And we even have the solution platform now, where we have all our scholars and all our leaders that have brought solutions forward. So, and that is where we are going to continue the conversation to actually look at what we can bring on board in the next level of the March sessions. So thank you so much, and I will say goodbye for now. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Goodbye.
Thank
so
you.
much.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Professor. Goodbye, everybody.
Yeah, goodbye. Goodbye, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, goodbye.